Hello Gotchigang, my name is Seb. Today we're going to dive back into the Gotchiverse. I'm going to be covering resource and land parcel information. Just a little overview, this is the map of the Gotchiverse. This is Act 1. This is a citadel. Gotchis can come in here and they can go outside. These liquidators, they cannot come in here except for great battles. As you can see, the citadel is surrounded by walls. This is what the citadel map looks like. At present, we can only bid on about a third of the map, about this region here. The first land auction has already begun, it's ongoing at the moment, and will be ending in about 1 day on the 31st of October. Here are the first steps in order to get started in the game and the metaverse. At the end of the year, there should be some sort of alpha early release. And then next year, 2022, is when a lot of the features are added and improved. So step 1, acquire parcel. 2, engage the altar. 3, we have to work out how much Alchemica is in the land. 4, we'll install harvesters. 5, we start farming. And 6, we can level up our harvester and expand our farm. I will cover a little bit of that. However, if you don't know what any of that is, please watch this video, which is linked in the top right now, all about the Gotchiverse. This little screenshot, this was shown in the video that Aavegotchi premiered recently. I don't know what all of it means, however, there's a bit of a health bar, this is some sort of ranking system, chat, etc. And over here is how much of the tokens you have. FUD, FOMO, Alpha, KEK, and Glamour. There's not a lot of information on Glamour at the moment, so we'll have to work that out another day. I have a feeling that this is a harvester, but that's just a feeling. I just want to call your attention to this crazy bid price. This is the most expensive bid in the Aavegotchi realm at the moment. It's 45,000 ghosts, so about $100,000. This is the largest land that's offered for sale, and it has a KEK boost of 28, which is the highest. In my opinion, they are overpaying for this because it will only last until the first Great War. After that, there's no more boost. Resources. Let's go over Alchemica. FOMO, KEK, Alpha, FUD. This is what we need in order to build things. Resource info. I've just taken this straight from the Medium article and will be linked below. FUD is the most abundant, there is 100 billion supply, FOMO is 50 billion, Alpha 25 billion, and then finally KEK is 10 billion. This is the maximum supply. There's a little bit of information regarding resource distribution. Over how long a period will these Alchemica be distributed? The developers' estimates are this. We expect the discovery process to spread over a period of at least 5 years, spread out over multiple acts. As it says down here, 25% of the Alchemica will be distributed via alchemical channeling throughout the 3 acts, which the summoners have deemed the Gotchi UBI. Channeling, if you're unfamiliar, is where your Gotchi does a prayer, under your control of course, and the sky gods distribute Alchemica to your Gotchi. Let's go over parcel sizes. I've touched on this a few times, so I'll go over it quickly. Humble, smallest, reasonable, next biggest, and the biggest that we can actually buy is spacious. My price predictions, not financial advice. Quickly, let's go over the size difference. So the humble is the smallest, and the reasonable is 4 times bigger than the humble. The spacious is 8 times bigger than the reasonable, or 32 times bigger than the humble. I believe the humble parcel will be about 100 to 150 ghosts. So I'm going to say 150. If we extrapolated the size and went from there, we would assume the reasonable would be around 600 ghosts and the spacious around 4,800 ghosts. That's not how things work, however. Instead, this is what my thesis is. The humble, around 110 to 150. Reasonable, 300 to 350. Spacious, 1300 to 1400. These are just my opinions, and at this stage, reasonable and spacious, they might be a little bit too high. Maybe reasonable is going to be closer to maybe 250, and maybe spacious is going to be closer to 1200, but only time will tell. Alchemica allocation. As you can see, this is the average base Alchemica per parcel. This is just for Act 1. Let's have a look at Humble, as it's the smallest bit of land and it's the cheapest to buy. 7,000 FUD, 3,500 FOMO, 1,700 Alpha, and 700 KEK. That is how much Alchemica is estimated to come out of the parcel over the next act. Personally, I'm going to be trying to buy more reasonable, and if I can get a hold of one spacious, I'll be happy. Now let's go over installations, but I'll do it really quickly. Step 1, altar. After that, you'll want a harvester. Probably after that, you'll want a reservoir, and then walls, towers, and a few other things. The altar. Now I do not know what the altar looks like, however I think this might be it. As you can see, installation NFT redacted. So it could be a tower, it could be something entirely different. These are the levels, 1 to 3, 4 to 6, and 7 to 9. When you upgrade from one to the other, there's a certain amount of resources that is needed, and also a certain amount of time that it takes to do that. The time is measured in block time on the Polygon network. So one block is about 2 seconds. So just as an example, it might be 1,000 blocks. So 2,000 seconds to go from this stage to this stage. Then it might be 5,000 blocks. Then it might be 10,000. Then it might be 50,000. I don't really know how it's all going to go. However, there are 2 investments, time and resources. Walls. Walls are obviously what we need in order to protect ourselves. I'm not sure what the walls are, but this might be an example of a wall. This is from the Aavegotchi video. I don't think this is a wall, but it may be. This here, this here. I have a feeling this is more of a cosmetic thing, just something to make it look pretty or cool. but it may be a wall that this Aavegotchi is building. This is also in the video, and this could also be a wall. Potentially, you may have a wall that's so big that you can walk around the perimeter of your land in order to maybe try and protect. I'm not really sure. Wall upgrades. This picture is from Clash of Clans. This is just an example of the different stages that a wall could go through in order to be stronger and more resilient. Here at level 1, this is very, very weak. So potentially a gang of a couple of gotchis or maybe some liquidators could get into your base with minimal effort. Maybe a few minutes of trying, I'm not really sure. However, something like this would be a lot more effort. Also, it's important to note that you have to actually repair a wall. So you're going to need some resources in order to repair it. Base protection. This is also from Clash of Clans, and it's just to give you a little bit of reality on what potentially it could look like. Here's a wall around the outside, this is the base, some weapons, over here is a harvester, and this is a reservoir. Maybe it looks a little bit like this. Harvester. Once again, this could be the harvester. I'm not entirely sure, but this could be it. This is an example of harvesters from Clash of Clans. Storage or reservoirs. These are also from Clash of Clans, and just a little bit of an idea of potentially what they could kind of look like, potentially. Now I saved this of a Medium post from Aavegotchi, and it's saved as Aavegotchi Dungeon. So I don't really know what that means. However, this is pretty cool. This could be a little bit of a dungeon. Stake Ghost. Remember, staking Ghost makes friends, and we all want more friends. If you miss out on the auction, or if you don't want to bid, you always have the option of staking a Ghost, earning friends. When you have some friends, you can then convert them into raffle tickets. Down below, these 2 black tickets are drop tickets. You add them to the raffle, and then maybe they're drawn and you win some land. Until next time, thanks so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe. For more information on Aavegotchi, go to aavegotchi.com. The Gotchiverse is gotchiverse.io. Make sure you check out the Aavegotchi's Medium and also jump into their Discord group. I also have my own Discord group, and all the links are below. Thanks again. Cheers.